Welcome to the road down from Platanos to Verna, which you can have very good meals at with overlooking the town. This road is a typical one. Now for many years it's been mud tracks, but these concrete roads now do make life a bit easier. This is just a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes walk up from the villa, or a short drive, with Skopelos Islands and Illiolousti beyond in the distance. This time in May is a good time with the broom in flower, and Skiathos is such a green island, and the green is not just the pine trees, which is so often the case in France. You've got maple, sycamore, oak, all proliferate here and enjoy the climate. This walk up from the villa is an interesting one, and you can get somewhere near the summit, but it does depend on someone's advice, because it's very easy to fail to find particular waypoints, although many are marked by those on the island who do the walking. Beyond this point, down the hill, is probably one of the most celebrated hairpin bends. But before we go to that, in the distance there are the chapels belonging to the monastery, which is beyond view down in the... A lot of traffic this morning. The monastery is just out of view beyond the cypress trees. The road round to it is easy enough to see, and again from the villa it's a quarter of an hour, 20-minute walk, taking it easy. We'll go on down because this hairpin road is an interesting one. It's certainly at this time of year in particular very, very quiet on the island. Only a few flights have been in, so it's a wonderful time to come, and the wildflowers of course are at their best at this time of year before the heat of the sun really gets going. This particular valley in front of us, Clivia, we can see from the balconies and patio of the villa, and we're facing east here, so the sunrise comes up over both the neighbouring islands, and when it sets behind the camera, you can see in the evening the shadows creep across the valley here and gradually go up Skopelos across the Agean there, and you can just pick out the town of Glossa on Skopelos, which is translated to mean, they say, town of the hanging out tongue. If you try walking up to it, you know why, even if it's an old wives' tale. Here we come to an interesting bend, one which, when you face it in the car coming the other way for the first time, is quite a shock. Doesn't look quite so dramatic from here, but the road does seem to disappear over your right shoulder as you come up. And it is very, very steep. Normally we follow the line in the concrete, not round the edge. because it rounds on you as you go, disappears through the top of the windscreen, and then on up. So that's part of the journey up to Platanos and Panorama. Both tavernas are further up, well worth a visit. And I'll finish here with a final view across to Skopelos.